I remember before everything, we went to eat in a very nice place close to your office. So hope to meet you again in New York, basically, or here, basically. I don't know. It would be nice.
Yeah, I hope so soon. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a campaign already with you talking about this, and this is wonderful to have gotten to this moment. And yeah, we're in it for the long haul, so we're here to keep working with you all and build on this effort.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I think now I'd just like introduce Jiaping Lee, which I met. I think was nice because she sent me a mail about my projects, which I showed this morning about this placemaking that I did with the informal cubes in public space. So I was happy because we replicated that intervention in Kuala Lumpur. So I was invited by Ping to give a speech in the event organized by Think City, and I saw the project I did in Hong Kong exactly the same in Kuala Lumpur. So it was a sort of interesting for me to observe how something you do in a place can be replicated in another one and have the same effect. So just let me talk about her now. Jia Ping is the founder of Tempatico, a place consultancy that develops strategy for urban and corporate places. She's also the chairperson of Placemaking Malaysia, launched in 2021 under the auspices of Malaysian Institute of Planners, and she is the leading team of placemakers to advocate and create a better place to live, work, and play. In 2020, she was elected to the board of Placemaking, a global placemaking advocacy network based in New York, as we heard from Ethan. But also she is also a great building partnership and new businesses, facilitation, the creation of cultural community programs by joining dots with multiple network and stakeholders. When she's not working, you can find her fighting for causes as honorary council member of Padang Warisan Malaysia, is the Malaysian Heritage Trust, and as a member of the Rotary Club in Gombak. Please, on the stage, Jiaping Lee.
Thank you, everybody. I just want to congratulate Francesco. When he first contacted me about this, I said, please go ahead, because, when you talk about what's next really is about brand place ambassadors taking this message and spreading it worldwide. So I actually saw Francesco. I didn't meet him. I saw Francesco talking in Amsterdam. So I was there, but I was in the the higher upper echelons trying to get away and do my presentation while he was speaking. And I think that what's next really is, this is a message for local government, if there's any representative here, is you really, the reason why I started Placemaking Malaysia with the Malaysian Institute of Planners was I wanted, the main vision was to have a placemaker or a placemaking department in every local council in Malaysia, because we talked about the importance of bottom up, but really you do need a synergy between top down and bottom up. And you do need planners and people who create the policies to really understand why it's so important, like what Donald Troy said, to really listen to the people. I mean, we create spaces not for us, we create spaces and places for the people and the communities that use them. So one of the things that Placemaking X is really working on, and I'm working together with Ethan and Stipo, which is Hans Krassenberg, is this thing called the place-led development, which is a get-together or a close group of placemakers together with worldwide developers, enlightened developers like Donald, to come together and say, how can we solve some of the biggest issues? Like, I always hear about gross development value, but how about we change that to gross social capital of a place going into a space and making it thrive and be vibrant. We look at profit over planet too much, but why don't we do profit, social profit? And what does that mean from a placemaker's perspective? So these are some of the things that place-led development, which hopefully we will launch very soon, Ethan, with Hans, to really galvanize developers who are starting to think different, who are starting to say, let's change the conversation, let's have that systemic change that Ethan was talking about earlier. So that's another thing going. And I think that when what myself and my then superior, Hamdan Abdul-Majid, what in Amsterdam saw was the possibilities of placemaking in advocating a systemic change in mindset. So we immediately, talked to Ethan and we talked to Stipo to bring placemaking week into Kuala Lumpur. And Think City funded the whole endeavor together with Citi Foundation, which is an American-based bank, Citibank. And what that came out of it was amazing. I mean, we had the lockdown, but because I wore the hat of the place ambassador, I immediately said to Tokyo, Sotonoba, the placemakers in Tokyo, to say, you need to do a 2021 placemaking week. And lo and behold, they just had it in March. And then I said to Bandung, I went to Tita Larasati of Creative Bandung and said, you guys do such amazing work. Can you do placemaking weekend in Bandung? And then, and then Jason, who came over and did a design charrette in Kuala Lumpur, then said, why don't we try and do placemaking week, Greater Bay Area? And this is how this conversation and where we are has arrived to, from 4 years ago in Amsterdam, and previously in the meeting where Hamdan met Fred Kent. And so this is what it's all about. It's about the informal becoming formal, becoming informal again, to create this fluidity that is the beauty of placemaking. So we need to kind of start conversations to planners to say, is there such way not to overplan? Is there such way to leave things be? Like a grassy knoll is great. People can sit on the grassy knoll, or like in Hyde Park and in Better Bankside in South Bank in the UK, where you can do whatever you want with chairs. They come out and they're not tied to anything, and it's up to the people. And I think that that's what happened in that, lovely work that Fred and Ethan, you did in Boston, New York, in that park, is that the chairs are informal. So I think that the problem with a lot of training that planners have is they plan the hell out of everything so that it's not chaotic. But I think we should have more creative chaos or managed chaos. Lots more oxymorons need to be out there because people are messy. The human race is messy, and that is the beauty of the human race. And we need to allow for that messiness, more so now when we're all stuck in a box. So I'm into my third day into lockdown number 3, and it's kind of driving me crazy, right? Because people are just flouting laws because they're so tired of being locked down. They want to be out there. And we don't, and the thing is, we have advocated for parks to be open. And so parks are open, but they're controlled, thank God, and we need to look at how placemaking contributes to mental wellness as well. So I think, Francesco, you have let the genie out of the bottle and you cannot put it back in. And you and Hendrik need to kind of push for that Placemaking Week, Greater Bay Area 2023, where we can all come and meet, because meeting is so important. Zoom is great. 2 speakers versus 40, that is astounding and amazing, but it is that meeting of energies that there's nothing to compare, and nothing really matches that. And I would love to meet Donald, love to get together with Hendrik again. We met in Singapore and it was really great. I would love to meet more of you face to face and say, how can we take this agenda further? Each one of us now, if we can just pledge that we are now all place ambassadors. And we need to start spreading and changing minds and creating places that people love to live in. So I think that it's getting late and I'm going to end there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this energized, presentation or whatever speech, because I think it was really I think it's great when you meet people, right? It's amazing because many things happens in the post-conference, right? Because sometimes in the conference you are always looking at the speakers, it's very sad, but then there's the post-conference. So you can drink, you can chat, you can organize. I remember in that placemaking week in Amsterdam, I met Lorenzo. And Lorenzo, he was organizing the Urban Design Festival, which I then participated building that pavilion. So I think everything happens when you meet people, you start conversation. And I think it's great, the post-conference. A part of the conference, of course, you gain a lot of knowledge, but that moment when you sharing moments of, you know, more, let's say, more informal, right? Because you stay there relaxing, chatting, I think when the magic happens. So, and everything started from that placemaking weeks. I'm glad that I was participating. So I think there's something, probably some of the, because you talk about Donald and Hendrik, probably they want to say something about it. Hendrik or Donald, please just say something, and then we can just ask someone from the audience who want to take some question.
Well, Donald, do you want to start? I think probably you need to also probably soon go, right?
Yeah. Again, I think it's very inspirational, you know, to see so many passionate urban designers coming together to really, you know, discuss and to a certain extent really put our words into action. I think, you know, for designer, this is most important. You know, we need to go out to the community, and I love to meet every one of you, you know, when the situation allows, and really further the discussion. Really, thank you, Alan.
I'm also, of course, very happy to see Jiaping again, because we met in Singapore, and post-conference, I think post-conference I met Luisa Bravo, and then we started to work like over many years now on the Journal of Public Space, which is also very related to what we are doing. Yeah, I think that I believe that Francesco, me, and whole CHK, I think is very, Sujata, of course, is also our colleague, right? We are very committed to those themes, and also very happy to work with you together. And I think it's great that Donald, you stay so long the whole session. But I think it could be really very interesting if we find ways to somehow work together, because you have this incredible opportunity also, because you're at the moment with your post in HKIA and HKIUD, and I'm also in HKIUD and so on, right? Where we can really kind of spread out, and of course also with your other work also, right? That we really could kind of bring that to various levels. And of course, people like Sujata, of course, are also very active in AIA, HKID, and in various other ways. No? And of course, having Professor Young here, who could be a great collaborator. We have a lot of our PhD students and PhD graduates in Shenzhen. Some of them actually, you know, working in your university as young colleagues. So I think, of course, also with Jason and other people, Melody, I think there would be many opportunities. Also seeing Johnny and Hiro, there's their CTU also. So I'm very, because also at the moment I take a little bit care for our School of Architecture. So we would basically, I believe we would be all fully behind that, and try to do something here. Okay. Thanks so much. Thanks,
Yes.
and Jiaping, and of course Francesco and Melody and everyone.
Yeah, I think it's probably time to end this 2 days of symposium. So I don't say, I say this many times, but I'm really satisfied about the outcome of these 2 days, and I will just follow the suggestion of Sujata and try to, you know, in a way summarize what we discussed in these days, and try to make this a useful contribution. So I think in the next few days, I think we will edit all the video and just posting on the website. Also, we will try to update with the student works, and let's keep this alive for a while in a way that we don't lose the connection. If everything started in 2017, I have no doubt that this will grow even more. It's like you cannot stop, as you say. So Jiaping, no, so it never stops. So I'm just we are in a process, right? So I'm looking forward to see what's next, and I think just like congratulates everyone, and thank you for being in this amazing conference. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks to everyone.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Ed. Ethan.
Thank you, everyone, for doing
Thank you.
a good job.
Thank you.
For
Wonderful.
organizing in
Thank you.
person.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a relaxing
Bye.
Sunday, guys, everybody.
Bottle.
Yes, exactly. We should have a bottle of wine.
Yeah. Enjoy your Sunday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.